Hey guys, Happy Splasher here. Good morning. So right now we're going to continue with our pit run this week. So let's check it out. Currently we're on this boss here, Easter Bunny. Let's take a look at his skills. So at the start of the turn, they will summon a Lord of the Forest. Okay, and in the second turn, they will give a health boost to allies for each ranged ally. And then on the fifth turn, will deal damage to enemies for each ranged ally. Okay, a couple things. Looks like they will have a summon at the beginning of the turn. We'll need to see what this hero does and then take care of that. On the second turn, we'll give a health boost to allies for each ranged ally. So that means that on the second turn, they're going to get a health boost for each one of their ranged allies. So we want to make sure that we clear out their ranged allies so that way they don't get a large health boost. And then on the fifth turn, they're going to deal damage to our heroes, enemies being us, for each ranged ally. So again, making sure that we clear out the ranged allies so that we don't get hit by the damage, or if we do, we'll take as little damage as possible. Okay, so let's hop right in. I also realized we're facing the Easter Bunny, so we are hopping right in. Okay, we did some auto summon, and we just summoned Apollo, this one with the, let's see, Mental Shield whenever an enemy appears. That's actually pretty good. We have the Mutant Care. This one will summon rabbits, and those rabbits will silence the enemy who killed it. So we want to make sure that we don't actually have our Apollo silenced. I'm just looking around, seeing what we have here for skills. Maybe. Yeah, we're going to go with this Leader Nilin over here on A1 and look to clear out some heroes. And in this case, we had both of our heroes silenced, which is not good. This is the Lord of the Forest. So let's see, whenever an ally, melee ally in line is attacked, we'll deal damage to the enemy that attacks, and then also silence its enemies in line. We're going to see a lot of silence happen to our heroes, so we want to make sure we have heroes with high health to actually get around this. We do have the Blair over here. This one gives Mental Shield to the heroes, which actually combos with the Lord of the Forest, and then we'll also deal damage to our heroes. We're going to go with our damage skill to actually try and clear out the Blair, marking these for damage first. And then we'll look to, let's see, we're going to take some damage, which is okay. I'm just going to break the shield. We'll take some damage. And yeah, we did take additional damage. All these heroes are marked with that damage skill. And so, let's see here. Okay, we have the Old God. This one will silence our heroes whenever we silence. We're going to go with the Balts here on A3. Okay, and we have our heroes cleared out yet again. Okay, this General Zorma here gets a copy of himself when he's attacked. He also deals extra damage. Next turn, we're going to take damage to our heroes for each range ally, so that's not going to be good. Let's see. What if we do this in such a way? We break the shields. I want to skip the summons on this turn because we are going to take damage to our soul binders. So in this case, we're just going to break the shields, take the damage, and once again, we skip that. As you see, that Blair is becoming very pesky in terms of us not being able to deal damage to those heroes. So we're going to go with our soul binders. Hopefully we can clear out something. We'll do, let's see, this General Zorma. We don't want to get a copy of itself. We're going to go with the Santa here on B1. Cleared out some more heroes. Looks like we took lethal from the Blair right there. Yikes. Okay, as you can see, we didn't do that well because we let the Blair stick around. We'll need to use our shuffles a little more carefully this time around, so we'll hop right back in. Okay, let's take a look at the heroes here as well. And look at those buildings. Okay, we'll go with this melee hero with high health and clear out this rabbit first. Okay, we have this Confucius. This has immunity. Also will give attack damage runes whenever they're attacked. We'll also give an attack boost as well. Not what we want to see. Probably do want to clear this out. Let's see, next turn we're going to see a health boost to allies for each ranged ally. Alright, I'm going to go with the Super Mary here on C3. It has Mental Shield for a little bit of protection. I do want to make sure that we can guard the line and get rid of this hero first. Okay, the Mutant Care, and again with the rabbits. This is going to be silenced. We can destroy this. Actually do want to go with our damage skill just to make sure that we can clear out these heroes. And then we'll follow up with... kind of tough here. We're going to go actually with this, what do you call it? This Eternal Sun here on D1. We're clearing out some heroes, so that's good. Okay, we got the Old God here. Whoops, Old God over here. The Lord of the Force is going to silence our Eternal Sun, so that's not good. I do want to get rid of these damage runes, so what we'll do is actually summon this hero over here on... You can see the hero silence once again. Okay, we want to get rid of that Lord of the Forest. We do still have those damage runes. We also have this Lucky Rabbit here, freezing 2 of our heroes for a turn. Let's gonna go for a... Can't really get rid of this one. We'll do a shuffle. Try to find some heroes that we can use. In this case, we'll go with this melee hero over here, just to clear this hero out. Oh, actually silence heroes except nature, so yeah, we should be using nature heroes if possible. Okay, we have the General Zorma once again. Let's see if we can do damage over there, clear those out. Don't want to have our Soulbinder silenced, so what we'll actually do is we'll do another shuffle. Okay, we can clear those out. Yeah, this will be good. We'll actually go with the Yorick here on A1 to get rid of the damage rune, also get rid of the range hero behind. Whoa! Okay, we're still in the way of our Soulbinders, which is unfortunate. Let's go with this melee hero over here on E2. This Danny Croc can steal some attack and some health. Whoa! Alright, we finally have 3 spots open for the Soulbinders, and we only have 1 Lord of the Forest to deal with, so we'll do our Soulbinders now. And then we'll go with, let's see, we'll go with this range hero over here on A2, just to get rid of the Confucius. Yeah, I do know that at least one of our Soulbinders is silenced. It is this one here, so we can only do our damage scale once. We'll continue and go with this range hero over... Ooh, let's see. Won't be able to attack because of the Old Gods. We'll still summon this anyways. Okay, we have another one of our Soulbinders silenced. Okay, let's see here. Don't have any range heroes to attack because they're all frozen. So in the meantime, I will go with the... Yeah, actually I'm gonna do one more shuffle. And we do find a range hero, so that's good. We can also get rid of some of these damage runes as well, so let's do that. And let's actually attack here. Okay, we do have that Blair to deal with. And so let's go with the... Let's see, so these are going to be silenced. We have our other Soulbinder actually gone. Go with the melee hero over here, just to protect. Also deal some damage. Okay, at this point now, the Blair is going to be protected a lot because of those extra summons at the beginning of the turn. This case now, really slowed down a lot. We'll go with this melee hero with the high health. Just to at least get rid of the Old God so we can have our range heroes attack again. Now you can see we are getting overwhelmed at this point. We're going to just start doing our Sun Deaths, just deal some damage over the Warlord. And at this point, we are not going to be able to beat them, but we will at least use these turns to get rid of some weaker heroes. And we will take the lethal here. So we will have to try again on the Easter Bunny. And see, very, very difficult. All right, well, we have our one more attempt, so let's hop right back in. Okay. Let's actually focus with nature heroes because of those Lord of the Forest being able to silence. So let's go with this range hero over here on A1. Okay, we have the Blair once again. We'll go with the, let's see. Yeah, this will be fun. We'll go with the Charn here on D3 to get some extra attack runes that will help us break some shields and also be able to attack. Okay, we'll go with the damage skill now. And I don't want to attack the old god, so in this case we'll go with this range hero over here on, what do you call D2, just for some damage over to the warlord.
Yeah!
Okay, we'll do a shuffle now to find some heroes that are useful. In this case, we don't have any yet. These extra attack moves are going to help us for when the Soulbinders come out next turn. I just want to block for the time being, so in this case we'll go with this range hero over... Oh, this will be fine. On D1.
Whoa!
Alright, we'll go with the Soulbinders now. And then we'll continue and we'll go with this range hero over here on A1. At this point we are going to be taking lethal because of the glare once again. Okay. Well, as you can see, we are not doing a lot of damage. We probably will need to switch our warlord as we have used a few more attempts than we thought. So yeah, we will have to wait until we get some more attempts and we will see you guys later. Alright guys, we are back. Currently we're still on Easter Bunny right now, and we are using the Morgoth skin. I'm thinking that it's probably not the best skin for this boss, but we are going to play it out for the week, and we will look to get this pit run complete. So yeah, let's hop right back in. Okay, well let's take a look at the buildings once again. Just need a little bit of a refresher. And then we have the two rabbits over here, along with the extra summons, well, the extra summons over here, the extra health boost for each ranged ally, and then also the damage to our heroes for each ranged ally. So we're going to start with this melee hero over here on D3. This one here can actually get some poison, which will clear out the heroes for now. Okay, we have the Murden Care, which will summon rabbits and then allow them to silence. We're going to go with, let's see... That's going to silence our hero. It's going to silence our hero. Let's go with the shuffle to find some ranged heroes, and particularly also heroes that are nature. Nothing over here quite yet. We do have this hero that has spikes and can give spikes to our heroes, but I do want to clear this Murn Care, so let's do another shuffle. In this case, we do find a ranged hero, so that's good. Let's go attack on D1. Strong enough for the damage there. Okay, we have the old god here, freezing our ranged heroes, and that was because of the phantom attack of the Aharon. Going to go with, let's see, clear that. We'll go with actually this Yoster over here on B1, just to deal some damage. Okay, we have the Prince Nod here, dealing some extra damage to our melee heroes. As you can see, the Lord of the Forest was destroyed, and then we had our Aharon silenced, and that is okay. We'll go with a range hero over here on C1. I want to deal as much damage as we can, so that way we don't have to get overwhelmed by heroes later. Okay, we have the Yoster dealing damage at the beginning of the turn for each one of our heroes. This point now, we're going to go with a melee hero over here to protect the Yoster. Okay, we took some damage because of a ranged hero coming on play. At this point now, I will go with the damage skill, followed by the Soulbinders. Then we'll just go with a ranged hero over here on A1 to trigger the Soulbinder damage. Attacking on the open lane as well.
Whoa!
Okay, we had our Necrolich silenced, and that is okay. There's no death trigger on the Confucius here that has immunity, so we'll just use this turn to summon a weak hero. And there we go. So that was Easter Bunny. Alright, we're on the final pit boss for this week. This is Mutant Romulus. Let's take a look at his skills. So whenever a melee ally attacks, it will silence the attacked enemy. Every second turn will give a health boost to melee allies, and then on the fifth turn will deal damage to enemies for every melee hero. Okay, a couple things. So it looks like whenever one of their melee heroes attack, they will silence the hero that they attack. So we want to make sure that we have some way to either make sure their melee heroes don't attack, or we can have flight, or if they do actually have flight heroes, then we'll need some way to either freeze or to give them miss. On the second turn, they'll get a health boost to their melee allies, so we'll need to have heroes with high attack to break through the health boost. And then on the fifth turn, we'll take damage to our heroes, enemies being us, for every melee hero. So it looks like we ourselves do not want to use melee heroes because it will be countered for this damage. So what we can do is actually wait until after the fifth turn to avoid taking the damage. Or if we are going to summon melee heroes, make sure that we have protection to our heroes so that we avoid taking the damage. Okay, yeah, let's hop right in. Okay, taking a look at the buildings. We have 2 Caesar's Head with Metal Shield. We have a health runes over here. And then there are also these extra attack pentagrams, which are nice. I don't want to fall into the temptation of using the melee heroes, although we do have some decent ones. So we'll just go with this range hero over here on, what do you call him? V2. This Mave will be able to give us some attack boost and health boost. Okay, we have the Morgan the Sea Tusk here. This one will reduce the attack of enemies in the line to 1. We're going to go with our melee hero over here on D3. Be able to deal some additional damage with our My-10. It looks like our My-10 was silenced from the Diana, who was a melee hero. We're going to go with our damage skill over here just to mark these for damage, and then also get rid of them because this Diana does get a health boost. And we'll go with a range hero over here on C1. See, both of these heroes are now destroyed. Okay, we have one of our Caesar's Heads being destroyed by the Shadow Shimuna. We're going to go, let's see, it is actually protected by the shard that gives us the mental shield. So in this case, what I'm going to do is actually go with, I know this Toxic Mantis does do some attack steal, so let's do that so we can stop the Shimuna from summoning another shard. I didn't see the health boost at the beginning of the turn. Okay, at this point now, we have the Discordia giving an attack boost to Chaos allies and then also extra attack. We are going to take damage to our heroes because we do have at least one melee hero on the board. And I actually don't want our Soulbinders to take damage, so what we'll do is we can break the shield. We're still going to take additional damage that way. I think we'll go with our melee hero regardless. This one gives Metal Shield to our heroes, or Metal Shield over to our Warlord. And see the damage happening, and that is okay. We have our Caesar's Head gone by the attack with the Discordia. We have the Necrolich here with some Rotters, and those Rotters will deal damage to one of our heroes, and we'll also see a health boost on the Necrolich. At this point now, we are going to go with our Soulbinders, and then we'll also go with another range hero. Okay, clearing those out, and we'll give an attack boost over to our Gremlin. Okay, this Chupacabras has attacked our Soulbinder, which is actually silenced, which actually prevents us from dealing more damage. We'll go with the... No, I'm actually going to go with the building over here on D2, just to help us block. I don't want to summon more melee heroes if possible. Okay, we have this Omnaraki, which will give bleeding to our heroes except Chaos, and also an extra attack boost. Gonna go with, let's see, could give Reborn to this hero, that's actually not bad. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. We got this Bone Dragon on D3, which will give Reborn to one of our Chaos heroes, which in this case is the Gremlin, as opposed to the building. In this case, we have another Diana again. We're gonna do a shuffle to find a range hero so we can get some Soulbinders to trigger. And we'll attack here on B1 rather.
Whoa!
Okay, we have another Soulbinder silenced. We could have actually placed more heroes behind the other Soulbinders, which are silenced, but that's okay. We'll go with this range hero over here on A1. And we're taking advantage of the extra damage. We took some damage at the beginning because we did have a melee hero, but that is okay. Apparently our soul binder can have 5 extra attacks, which makes no sense. We'll go with another range hero just to trigger off some more soul binders. And there you go. So that was Mutant Romulus. I forgot about that building, the Void Rock? That gives extra attack to one of our heroes at the end of the turn, so that's why we're able to attack so much. Right, so yeah, so that was the pit run this week. We stumbled a little bit because of the Easter Bunny with the silent skills, but other than that, pretty straightforward. And so yeah, so that was it. We will see you guys later. This is Happy Splasher, signing off.